Lord Buddha, and Ashira. Channeled through Dr. Susan San Marco. One who serves. Channeled through James McConnell.
Lord Buddha. I am the one, the Buddha. Today we come to speak about that eternal now. The now that is in your consciousness. The now that I spoke of in my teachings. For all is in the now. When the beam of energy hits you, you are in the now. It is your choice to handle things in the positive way or in a negative way, in the now. As all collapses around you, you are in the now. And yet you still look forward to the future and you are in the now. It is important for those of you who are the light workers, the light holders, the light bearers, all of those who are awake and aware to be in the now. Not to be looking forward and not to be looking back. For as this one spoke today, she is living many lives in the same moment, in the now. It is not appropriate for her to discuss these things unless she is experiencing them. This is why we have brought these experiences to her, in the now. More and more you will be experiencing similar things. It does get confusing if you remain in the 3D perception. As you have risen from your 3D consciousness, as you have risen in your frequency, you are changing your now. It is different from those around you. It is different from those with whom you work, with whom you live, with whom you share your day-to-day lives. Your now is different from those who exist in the now of the 3D existence. Your now is changing because your now more and more every day will include the glimpses that you will be given, the glimpses you will allow your highest self to experience. There is one who is in charge of you and it is you. And you forget that at times. The you is allowing the experiences of seeing galactic brothers and sisters, of seeing those from inner earth. It is the you, the higher self that allows you to see glimpses of lives you are living in the now, in the moment. You have walked away from the 3D understanding of past, present, and future. You have walked away from that with the intention of bringing the present into focus. You are bringing the present into manifestation. That present is the glorious imagination, that glorious vision that you have for the now. And we are so excited on this plane of our existence. All of those of us who serve you, share with you, all of us who are eager to greet you in person, we have many wonderful things planned for your next advance to help prepare you for the now. All of this when you read the words will fill you with anticipation and an understanding that is hard to put into words in this moment of time in which I speak. But know that this group, those on the phone, those that read the words are receiving downloads of energy that are changing you. We will share with you if you have questions for us during the questions session. Give us time to change back and forth in the energy fields of this one. Blessings and love to you. One who serves. Greetings to you. One who serves here with you now to take the next part. But before we move on to the question and answer period here, we would first like to address you. With your advance, previously called a retreat, coming, this has been a precursor of what you experienced in this guided meditation or one of the things that will be happening at your advance. It will be much more profound, much more in depth as to what will be occurring there. Because it is important now. There is a time frame here. The frequency, yes, but also a time frame here. We speak at your understanding, the 3D understanding, but also at ours as well. We are in the sense as well. We have bodies here. We have our lives, just as you do. Somewhat different, of course, but we do have an existence here in the 3D world many times. Not that we are pulled into that type of atmosphere and we tend to stand above it certainly, but there are times our services are needed and we are drawn back as well. We can certainly move in and out just as you will be able to move in and out of it. As you will need to as the times come, as the frequencies are right. There are many things coming. Many things in the works. Not only for your advance but for many of the events that are planned. Including the grand celebration that we have spoken of many times. Many sources have spoken of this celebration. You will never have had a celebration as that which will be had upon this planet when the situation is ready for it. We are all ready for it. And we are preparing. Would you have questions here for one who serves, Ashira who is standing by, and the Buddha? Question: I have a question about the body changing to the crystalline form. Is this going to happen at the grand event, or is it happening during these smaller waves? One who serves. That is a wonderful question. And we can share with you that the changes to the crystalline form is already in the works, it is already happening. People are experiencing this in different ways, in different varieties and understandings of it. This is in the process, and it will become more and more and more. You will experience the changes that are happening. You will find the changes in diet, as was spoken of earlier, as well as all of the things that are still coming, the memories coming back. All of this is part of this changeover, this transition from your carbon base to your crystalline base. All of this is going to culminate at the ascension. You are correct. It is when the ascension happens, it will be the final culmination of this. And this will be complete transition from one level, you might say, to another level here. Does this answer your question? Question: will this help us to let go of the density, the mass? Yes. You are talking about the heavier density of the body? Yes. You will be literally lighter. Almost like you are able to float above the earth. You will float above the earth, some of you. All of this is still coming. It is in the process. Anything you wish to add here, Ashira? Ashira. I am going to add a touch of humor to this. You are probably too young to remember this, but you in this room who remember the show, My Favorite Martian, a long time ago, did he not have funny antennae that would come up? That was much the laughter at the time. The show was very popular. And I mentioned this because this was a precursor. It got people thinking. Your crystalline bodies are going to be much like antennae. They are going to be much more sensitive, reaching out in many different ways. As One Who Serves has said, they will manifest in different ways for each person. And the change in the structure has been something new. Those of us who have left our physical bodies and have raised our vibrations and have existed on other planes have had spiritual bodies, but not quite the same body that you are manifesting. This is part of the Gram show that has been going on. To see how you adapt to the bodies and how you change as you go through this process. This has been an important part of what we have needed to do in our roles to support you in this. To make you aware of the aches and pains, the change in diet, the change in sleep habits. And as the changes have progressed, the need for sleep has increased, the need for certain foods has increased. We told you at one time or another that chocolate is okay, have we not? For it you crave something, it may be something you need at that moment to make the change. Go with the flow. Allow yourselves the pleasure, but we know that this one has not always experienced pleasure at times. Allow yourself to go with the flow. Allow yourself to be led to what to eat, what to drink, and to know that there are many, many who are closely watching this process and keeping a very close eye on every one of you. One Who Serves. Are there other questions here? Question: is the ringing in my ears a change in frequency? One Who Serves. Yes. Certainly. Many will experience these types of things as well as many other melodies, but are really not. They are understandings that are happening within you to make you aware. Just as Ashira has said, it is to make you aware of the changes. It is a byproduct of all that is happening, of this wave of energy that is coming in. As we have said previously, when the big wave, the major wave if you wish to call it this, hits, there will be no misunderstanding of this. You will not look at your neighbor and say, "Is this it?" You will know that this is it. There will be no question about it. Would there be any other questions here? Question: when the event happens and one transforms into the fifth dimensional light body, will we be able to move about the multi-dimensions? One Who Serves. Yes. That is correct. Please understand that all that is happening here now has happened many times before in terms of individuals, but those individuals were not prepared in advance as to what the changes would be like. We are preparing you for the changes as much as we can. We have been through it. We know what it is. But this is different because this understanding is being given out to all who are ready for it. It is all about preparing you for the wave. As the James said earlier, this is the theme for the advance, preparing for the wave. You will be prepared for it, and we are going to make sure that you are ready for it. Not only you who are going to be at the advance, but for you who are going to read about it as well. Know that as your group is having these experiences, that there are other groups that are having similar experiences as well. So, all is coming together at the right time. If you go with the flow, as we have been saying, it will all work out. Your concerns at the 3D illusion will not be a concern to worry about anymore. And we speak in terms of anymore. Anything you wish to add here, Ashira? No. Thank you. Any other questions here? Question: I have wondered if our children will have an easier time with the ascension? Ashira. We have a sense that you wish to answer this question. Ashira: yes, thank you. First, let me address the new children who are coming in bodies that are very young. Also, women who are carrying children who are coming in to experience this. These children who have been coming in for many years have been given many different names. The new children who are coming into the plane have this very strong task before them, for they are uplifting every person upon the planet. Their innocence is amazing. However, their awareness is also amazing, and they stay connected at very deep levels. It is their job to maintain balance and to maintain a sense of optimism and a sense of where everyone is going. They are so connected at this moment in time. Even the child who sits in the cradle, even that child who is breastfed by its mother, it is not a child. It is a soul being. It is a spiritual being that is here with a great sense of purpose. And that great sense of purpose is also to assist the other children at every level well into their 20s. All of these children that have come with great desire to make a difference, great desires to see a change. They will accept this easily and effortlessly and will move with the energy without question. As you see the youngest children coming in, know that they are the support for the entire human family. Their sense of awareness and duty comes higher than other generation previously. They brought with them an understanding of this process. To answer your question, yes, the children have an inner guidance to this process, that even your children who seem to be turning their backs on you and your belief system, when the clarion call goes out, they will understand more deeply and more quickly than adults around them. We will see this in young people up until and through the 20s. The 20-year-olds are more concerned about supporting one another and their family. They will still be more alert than those who are not yet awake on the planet. The wave will hit, and there will be a responsive love from the very youngest in the cradle to the very oldest. All of the children that you ask about are a part of this process and will amaze you in the depth of their understanding and their support. One who serves. Yes. And we would add here that there is the preparation in the lightworker community that will add a great assistance to all of those who are not understanding what is going on here, what is happening. So, you will be of service beyond what you can imagine up to this point in time here. You are being prepared for this. Any further questions here now? Then we are done here. We will release channel. Just continue to work on those things that are given to you and are coming through you at all different times of your life. You are being nudged here and nudged there. You are being shown glimpses of the veil dropping, all for you to accept these things that are within you. Whether they seem like maladies or they are pleasurable experiences, they are all part of the great change and transition that is happening here. Shanti. Peace be with you. Be the one. Ashira. I'm Ashira. I have addressed you in questions today. As always, it is my pleasure. I would bring the remembrance to you. You have discussed it in your group today, and that has been intentional. There are things you turn away on purpose in the greater world, for you know they are but remnants, like shadows. They are memories that pop up here and there that are not of the highest love. It is part of the cleansing of the planet. This is to allow people to release their old belief systems, such as that you saw this week regarding the animal kingdom. You have seen that toward ethnicities. You have seen that toward countries. You have seen that toward people. But each time there is an occurrence, it is an opportunity for more to be awakened, more to feel the greater love. Not only for humans but also for animals. This is the time that love is awakening in each and every being. It is your opportunity to speak of love in every instance. When you have information that is not resonating with you, it could be a piece of the puzzle that they are so fiercely defending. It is no longer the time for fiercely defending. It is now time for truth, it is the time for love. It is time to say, maybe you are right, and allowing it to pass from you. We give you great thanks, peace and understanding for the coming times. Namaste.